Craig from bitsbox.co.uk. This is the 5th episode in our narrative campaign, The Tainting of Odessos. This 5th mission is called The Hunt, and essentially if you haven't watched episode 4 yet, there will be some spoilers. So if you haven't watched that, go back to watch that, and if you've already watched it, then I'll continue on with the story. So in the last mission, we saw the Dark Apostle Zylek open a warp rift in the middle of the Hive City, and he was trying to get a load of demons out to aid his attack on Odessos. Unfortunately for Zylek, the Raven Guard and Salamanders showed up, and they managed to kill all the demons and force Zylek and his troops back, and then they managed to get some librarians in and close the rift. So now Zylek and a few of his last surviving Chaos Marines and cultists, they've retreated further back into the city, and they've set up camp in some old ruined buildings. So they're there in the middle of the night, and the Raven Guard have tracked them down, and their objective is to kill Zylek. So we'll show you the board, and then we'll show you the mission. So before that, I will show you the armies. And here we have Zylek. Now he's quite badly wounded from his last 2 outings, where he did die in both of them. So he's now at -1 weapon skill and ballistic skill, and he also cannot run and counts as going through difficult terrain whilst charging. I also must point out that this is going to be a kill team mission as well. So that's why we only have a very small little warband of Chaos. So in our kill team, we have 2 Chaos Space Marines. One has a melter gun, and just one's a regular bolt gun marine. We have 2 Terminators, one with a combi plasma and power axe, and one with a combi bolter and power fist. 2 Raptors, just one regular Raptor and one with a plasma gun. Then we have 4 squads of cultists. They're 5-man squads, 2 with auto pistols and 2 with auto guns. So, and here's a very small but very elite Raven Guard force, so Wayne's going to talk us through.
Yeah, so we have the Shadow Captain Lanius with all his gear like the Burning Blade, a Storm Shield, Artificer Armour and Digi Weapons. 2 Tactical Marines, a Stern Guard Veteran with Combi Plasma, and then 4 Assault Marines.
Okay, so we're using the Heralds of Ruin kill team rules, which is why we don't have just like regular squads. We can just buy individual models for this. We're slightly modifying the rules just a little bit, as the cultists, the 5-man cult squads will just count as small squads, just to even it out a bit, so we don't get overwhelmed or some overkill from the Space Marines. So hopefully that will just balance things out a little bit. So we'll now show you the deployment. Okay, so this is the deployment. This mission uses night fighting throughout because it's meant to take place at night. So essentially, the Chaos are camped in this building. These 4 buildings are just meant to represent ruins of the same building. So they're camped out in the middle of the board. We're only on a 4x4, so I've just marked off the boundaries here. So the Raven Guard are attempting to sneak up on them. So you can see some Assault Marines over here with the Chapter Master. Or Captain in this case, but he uses the Chapter Master rules. And some more Assault Marines around this side. And then there's a Tactical Marine there. And I assume the others are hiding around here, so there's
one back there.
There's one here. One here, so they're stealthily sneaking up on all the Chaos. Here we see in the middle with 2 cultist squads and a Raptor with the 2 Terminators covering these gaps here. The autogun cultists just manning the rooftops, as well as this Chaos Marine. Zylek himself just hiding out down here, and on the other side we have the Plasma Gun Raptor, and then the Melter Chaos Space Marines just in this building here. Okay, so we're going to go and see who goes first, and then we'll get into turn 1. Okay, yeah, so the Chaos did deploy first, just because it's easier to set up this way. So we're just going to roll to see who goes first. So, either 5. Okay, so the Raven Guard are attacking first. So we'll go into Raven Guard, turn 1. Okay, so the Raven Guard have advanced with the assault squad moving forward, and the captain ready to bang on this door by the looks of it. And then the tactical marines just moving around to get closer to the fight. So we'll now go into the shooting phase.
Okay, so this guy's going to take a shot at the melter gunner. So with his bolt gun, hit on freeze, and he misses. So this guy's going to shoot the Terminator. So hitting on freeze, and he misses.
So they haven't got their night vision turned on yet.
So the Stern Guard's going to shoot this guy with the AP3 special ammunition. So he's in rapid fire range. So he hits on freeze, he hits, and wounds on falls. Nope. Okay, so this guy's going to shoot the Raptor with his bolt pistol. So he hits on freeze, and wounds on falls. Nope. Okay, so this one's going to shoot him as well. So hit on freeze, and he misses. This guy's going to shoot the cultists. So bolt pistol hits on freeze, and wounds on freeze. So 1 wound.
Hey. So 1 goes down.
So the other guy's going to shoot them as well. So hitting on freeze, and he misses.
Oh, Zinch dice.
So both of these are going to charge the Raptor.
Okay, so I get to Overwatch with the Raptor and any models within 3 inches, which is just one of the cultists. So the Raptor's bolt pistol, nope. And the cultist, nope.
Okay, so this guy needs 8 inches going through cover. And I'm going to re-roll it, because with Raven Guard I can use my jump packs in the assault phase as well. And he fails. And this guy needs 10 inches.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to try and re-roll that.
The number of Zinch. He is being fickle today.
Right, so this guy is going to charge them cultists, and he needs 9 inches. But you get.
Okay, so these 4 cultists will Overwatch, and so will this one, who's 3 inches away. So I get 1, and it wounds on 5. So 1 wound.
3 up save. Saved.
And then the Terminator can also Overwatch with his combi bolter. Just twinning. Does hit, and also does wound.
So 3 up save. Saved. So he needs 9 inches. So I will do it. I'm going to re-roll it.
1 out again.
And then the other guy needs 9 inches as well.
Yay!
Okay, so the Shadow Captain here is going to jump up and assault these guys. So he needs 8 inches. So you get to open.
So they have 10 shots in Overwatch, hitting on 6s, and just a 1, and it wounds on 5.
Going to 4, yeah.
Yes, no.
Yeah, so he needs 8 inches. And he's in.
So he flies up to the top to attack these cultists.
Okay, so we're going to start with the Chapter Master guy. So he has 6 attacks on the charge, hitting on freeze, and wounding on 2s. So 4 dead.
So I get my 1 attack back, hitting on 4s, and no.
Alright, we completely forgot Hammer of Wrath. So wounding on a 3, so 1 wound.
And t-shirt save is of course not me. So yeah, that squad is destroyed.
So we can consolidate 5 inches. So I'm going to go down to there. So we're actually going to remember Hammer of Wrath first. So wound on 3, and I think I get to re-roll. So I get to re-roll it because I'm Raven Guard, and it wounds.
And a 6 up. And it's failed, so 1 dies.
Okay, so Raven Guard guy goes first. So hitting on freeze and wounding on the freeze.
And 2 6-ups. So another 2. Poor remaining cultist has 2 attacks. Hitting on 4s. They do both hit, but wounding on 5s. So just a 1.
So 3-up save. Saved.
So leadership on the cultist is passed. Failed, sorry, because he lost combat by like 4. So yeah, obviously failed. So yeah, initiative roll off. 1 and 1, but that's still higher. So he is destroyed.
Consolidate 4 inches. Let's grab some cover.
Okay, so the Chaos have responded to the surprise attack. With this raptor coming out here. And this raptor's come out here with the cultists. I will just point out that we did forget it was actually night fighting, so a couple of cultists would have had cover saves, but they probably wouldn't have made them anyway. But considering most stuff died in combat, that's not really too major. I think we only lost 1 cultist to shooting, so massive difference there. We have the Terminators have just moved out as well. So everything's responding, so we'll now go into a shooting phase and see what they can do. Okay, so we'll start over here with this Terminator firing his combi bolter into the Standguard. So, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s, so it's 2 wounds.
So 3-up save. And he's saved.
So we get 1 shot from this Terminator to his Tactical Marine. Hits. And doesn't wound. That is a 3. Around here, this raptor will fire his bolt pistol into this Assault Marine. I'll reroll that because it's cocked. It hits. And it wounds.
3-up. And he dies.
Oh.
That one,
Yep. We have a plasma gun from this raptor over here into this Assault Marine. It does hit. And does wound. Night fighting.
So night fighting's 6-up, isn't it?
Yep.
So 2 6-up cover saves from night fighting. And no, he is dead.
So we have 5 shots from the auto pistols from the cultist. So they hit on 4s, I believe. I know they do. And they wound on 5, so 2 wounds.
3-up save. And he is dead.
Okay, so as per the rules in this kill team, if you kill a model within 3 inches of another model, you can then attempt to assault that model. However, you need to pass a leadership test, which is passed.
So, because he killed the guy, I need to take a pinning test because I'm within 3 inches. So, leadership 8, and I am pinned.
Okay, so he cannot overwatch now as he's pinned, and I only just make the charge. And so Hammer Wrath does nothing. Go at the same time. I have 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, and then wounded on 4, so just a 1.
So 3-up save. Saved. So 2 attacks back. So hitting on 4s and wounding on 4s. Nope.
So we stay locked in combat there. Okay, so this is the end of turn 1. Chaos have managed to kill 3 of the Assault Marines off. So that's quite a big chunk of this very small elite Space Marine force. However, the Shadow Captain is still alive, and of course he has the Chapter Master stats, so he's going to be very hard to deal with, and I'm sure he'll do a lot of damage on his own. So we'll now go into Raven Guard, turn 2. So at the end of the Raven Guard movement phase, the Stern Guard just jumped up into these ruins here. The Shadow Captain has jumped down here because he wants to finish off this Plasma Gunner. And then round here we have these 2 Tactical Marines. They've came out from hiding. Maybe they're going to have a brave assault or shooting at this Terminator. we shall see as we now go into the shooting phase.
Okay, so the Stern Guard's going to fire his combi plasma at the Terminator. He's in rapid fire range, so hit on 3s, and it gets hot. I'll do that in a second. Wounds on 2s, so 1 wound.
So he's got his 5 up in 1, which has failed, so the Terminator is toast. But of course, this did get hot.
Yep, so 3 up save, and he's fine. Okay, this guy first, he's going to shoot at the Terminator, so bolt gun, hit on 3s, and misses. And the other guy is going to shoot as well, so he hits on 3s as well, and he misses.
They haven't done too well yet, these two. They are drunk.
So he's going to fire his bolt pistol at the Raptor, so hitting on 3s, he hits, and wounding on 4s, and he doesn't wound. Okay, so he's going to charge the Plasma Gunner.
So the Plasma Gunner Overwatch. No, and it also gets hot, which has failed. So the Plasma Gunner blew himself up via Overwatch, which was pretty hilarious. So 3 of the cultists can also Overwatch, and none of them hit. Okay, so as per the rules in this kill team, you can also counter assault with models in 3 inches of the model what's been targeted for assault. Of course, this one died in Overwatch, which is quite a rare occurrence. But so basically, they have to pass a leadership test, and then they can join in. They get no charge bonus or anything like that, and they actually fail their leadership. So, as you were.
Okay, so the Raven Guard guy first, hitting on 4s, and he misses.
And the Raptor hits with 1 and wounds.
3 up save, and save.
So yeah, we could be here a while. Okay, so at the end of the Chaos movement phase, this Melter Gun Marines jump down, and this Terminators move forward. These cultists are just shuffled forward to try and get some shots down on the Shadow Captain, and these ones have stayed put. And then I've just turned this guy around so I can remember to fire with him. So we will start with this guy, firing his bolt gun into this Stern Guard. So 1 hits, and doesn't wound. So we have 5 shots from these cultists into the Shadow Captain. Then on 4s, and wounding on 5s, so nothing. And then these front 3 cultists can shoot downwards here, so again hitting on 4s, actually get them in shot, and wounded on 5, so again nothing. So great firepower from the cultists. So this Terminator is going to fire the plasma from his combi plasma, so hopefully he doesn't get hot. Now he only hits with 1, so wound on a 2, and you get your cover.
So note fighting, 6 up, and he's dead.
And then another gunshot from around here into this other tactical marine does hit and wounds.
So note fighting. Nope.
So these cultists have decided to be really brave and attempt a bit of assault over here. So you get to Overwatch with your bolt pistol.
Yep, so bolt pistol. Nope.
And I'll roll for charge distance, and yeah, we are in just.
Okay, so Shadow Captain first. So 3 attacks, hit on 3s with 5 attacks, sorry. And wounding on 2s. With digital weapons, so I get to reroll. And still.
So 2 go down. So we have 9 attacks back. We do hit on 4s. That's not too bad. And we win on 5s. So for 2 plus saves.
So 2 up.
And he's fine. So leadership check on the cultists is now down to 5. This has failed. So initiative roll off. So that's 5 each, and of course his initiative's higher, so this squad have been wiped out.
And I consolidate 2. So I'm just going to
Fall
over. So because I used the Burning Blade, I've got to do Incandescent. I forgot last turn, so we'll do both. So last turns does nothing, and this turns does nothing.
So over here we'll attempt to do something. So the Raptor hits with 1 and wounds.
And 3 up save, Fails.
Okay, but he does get his attacks back first.
So his attacks back, hit on 4s, and wounding on 4s. So 1 wound.
And the Raptor also fails. So they've just managed to chainsword each other. So okay, so at the end of turn 2, the board's looking a bit emptier now. With only the Shadow Captain and the Stone Guard remaining for the Space Marines. And one squad of cultists up here. A Terminator, a Chaos Marine and Melt Gun, and a Chaos Marine Bolt Gun. And of course, Zylek still hiding in the building. I can get the camera around. So not much left, but I am wary of this Shadow Captain as he is just slaughtering everything in his wake at the moment. So we'll now go into turn 3. Okay, so the Shadow Captain, he's moving in on Zylek. Here's his objective, to kill Zylek, of course. So that's probably going to be quite likely. And then there's one remaining Stone Guard has gone over here. I think he's probably going to get after this Melt Gun. So we'll now go into a shooting phase.
So he's going to fire the AP3 rounds at the Melter Gunner. So hitting on 3s, both hit, wounding on 4s. 1 wound.
Okay, so you will have a 4-up cover, which is passed, so phew, he does manage to survive.
Bolt pistol into Zylek.
Zylek.
So hit on
Probably 2s, yeah.
hits and wounds on 4s. 1 wound.
And a 3-up, off the table, and it's passed.
So it's only a 4-inch charge.
Okay, so I get to Overwatch with my bolt pistol, which, nope.
Okay, so he's definitely in.
So Zylek's in trouble, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to angle the building around slightly just so we can see them in there. So Zylek's been hiding this game and letting his minions do his work for him, but there weren't enough to hold off a Shadow Captain, so we'll see what damage can be done here.
Okay, so Shadow Captain goes first, so hit on 3s. And wounds on 2s, so 3 wounds.
Okay, so I do have a 4-up invulnerable, but I failed 2 of them, so our poor Dark Apostle Zylek has been killed. And in this mission, his death does mean exactly that. He has been assassinated by the Raven Guard Shadow Captain, so as the last we'll see of poor Zylek in this campaign, but you know, he's played 3 games and died in all of them, so it's probably about right. So, bye bye Zylek.
Okay, so he's going to consolidate 5 inches, so I'm going to take him up a level, up to there.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, even though the Raven Guard have met their objective, we are going to play on to see if the Chaos can try and kill the Shadow Captain, just for narrative purposes. So we'll now go into Chaos Space Marine turn 3. Okay, so this Chaos Space Marine has jumped down, and the Melter Gun's moved forward. He's our only realistic hope of trying to kill the Shadow Captain, but we'll see. Terminator's also moved up, so we'll now go straight into a shooting phase. Okay, so I'll just move this building out of the way, just so we can film a bit easier around here. So I'm going to start by firing the Melter Gun up here. So, hits on a 3, and of course it misses. So, he's riding his luck. I think he'll be fine. And the Chaos Marine's Bolt Gun, there we go, that's more like it. Wounds on 4s, so 2 wounds, but it's 2 ups.
2 up save, he's fine.
We have 1 shot from the Terminator. Hits. That doesn't wound. And the cultists up here are going to just fire into him as well with 5 shots, getting on 4s. And wounded on 5s, so for 1.
And 2 up. Of course.
Yeah, of course, it would be the lowly little cultists who managed to take a wound, rather than the Melter Gun or the Terminator. But that's the way this game goes, as we all know. Okay, so the Stone Guard moved up, yep. And the Shadow Captain has just turned around. I think he's after this Chaos Marine. So we'll jump straight into the shooting phase.
Yeah, so this guy's going to shoot the Melter Gun with the AP3 rounds, of course. So hit on 3s, and it gets hot, I'll do that in a second. And wounds on 4, so 1 wound.
Okay, so I get a 6 up. Save for night fighting, which of course, is failed. So the metal gunner is dead, and we'll see what the effect it gets hot head.
And my gets hot save is fine. Yeah, he's going to shoot his bolt pistol. So hits on 2s and wounds on a 4. So 1 wound.
And 3 up is failed, of course. So he won't be getting to die in assault. Okay, so the Terminator's moved forward and he's going to shoot the Standguard. So it's twinning combi bolter, and wounds on 4s, so no wounds. So he's going to attempt them. Oh well, I won't do the assault yet because obviously I've still got these colonists. Colonists are hoping to take another wound off the Shadow Captain, and well, they can't even hit him this turn. They're just still celebrating from taking a wound off him before that they forgot how to fire. So yeah, now I will attempt the assault over here, so you do get to Overwatch.
Okay, I'm going to use the poison rounds, because why not? So 2 shots, and they miss.
The Terminator needs a 5-inch charge, and he's most definitely in. Rah.
Uh-oh. So, Standguard goes first with 2 attacks, hit on 4s, and yeah.
Well, I hope I don't roll saves like that. So, 3 attacks from Terminator, hit on 4s. And then wounded on 3s, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's AP2, so we're only left with the Shadow Captain, but as we see, he's pretty strong. Okay, so the Shadow Captain's just jumped down here to get revenge for his poor Standguard friend being killed by the Terminator. So I guess he's going to bolt pistol him.
Yep, so hits on 2s, and wounds on 4. Nope.
And then straight into the assault.
Yep, so Overwatch.
Do hit with 1. And it is twin linked. But no, I have a light really reflecting off these. And wound on a 4. That's
2 up save. That's fine. So he just needs a 1-inch charge, so yeah, he's in. So Hammer of Wrath, wounding on a 4, and I get to re-roll. Nope. And 6 attacks, hitting on 3s, and wounding on 2s with digital weapons.
Well, them digital weapons just like problem. 3 5-up invuns. No, unless we all have them together. But he's dead.
And I'll consolidate 3 inches, so just
Okay, so the cultists are just going to do another 5 shots into him, and they hit with 2. And don't wound. So we're going to call it there, because the Shadow Captain will probably just come and finish these cultists off. So the Raven Guard did complete their mission of assassinating Zylek. So he is now dead and will no longer be featured in the campaign. The Raven Guard did take a lot of losses, and the game was pretty close in the end, but it's quite clear that a really kitted out Shadow Captain is just going to slaughter everyone. Normally in these kill team rules you wouldn't have someone like a chapter master just running havoc, but of course these are named characters in the campaign, so we can't just make them like just really worse for just one match. So we did think he probably would run the show a bit, but he is a big, powerful Shadow Captain, so it sort of works narrative wise. Okay, so just a very short and sweet kill team mission now. I hope you enjoyed it, and we shall see you in mission 6.